Kia ora Libra Collective, and welcome to the channel Tarot by Amber's Sun. My name is Amber and I'm going to be doing your general tarot reading for the month of September 2022. These readings are general, so they will not resonate for every Libran. However, if it does resonate for you, please feel free to leave a like, comment and subscribe to support my channel. The intention of these readings is to provide insight, awareness, guidance, healing and inspiration. So let's get into your reading for September. Libra, I'm going to be using the tarot, the Crow Tarot this month, and I'll be clarifying at the end with some additional messages with 2 oracle decks. So I've pre-shuffled. Let's see what Libra Collective messages for September 2022. The Chariot. The Empress. The Hermit. Seven of Swords. Two of Wands. Eight of Wands. Page of Swords. And the Five of Cups. Oh, yeah, Five of Cups. So Libra, month of September, you got the top row is really nice because they're all, you've got the 3 cards, the Chariot, the Empress and the Hermit. This month, Libra, I feel like you are forging ahead, right, with the Chariot. You're forging ahead. You've got this energy at the beginning of September. It is your birthday month? Yes, it is. So happy birthday to you Librans. And I think this is a nice little spread for you for your birthday. So that Chariot is forging ahead energy. It's the energy of moving in a direction with determination and self-control. Self-control, because you're heading towards something that is a goal, a bigger, with this world and this Two of Wands card, it kind of gives me that you're forging ahead with determination and grace towards a goal that you have for the long term. Some of you may be traveling, planning on traveling, starting to move ahead with these plans for the future, because this gives me the energy of like a long-term goal. And so you're starting to make progress now in the month of September towards it. I like the Empress here for you, Libra. So the Chariot is heading towards the Empress, right? This Empress energy. And I feel like in September there's going to be a lot of communication. You're going to be communicating a lot And it's going to be communication around moving forward towards this future goal that you have. And it's about setting things in place so that you are comfortable, that you're going to be nurtured. Some of you are heading towards a space of being comfortable. Like, that's not the word. It's more, you're heading towards nurturing yourself on this long-term goal journey. And that can look like, I see a lot of sending communication, emails, messaging, contacting people. Like, there's a lot of things that need to be put in place in order for you to move towards this goal. And you're doing it in a way that is nurturing for you. I feel like you're not rushing. Although the Chariot is very fast moving energy, you've got the Empress there, and she doesn't rush. She's more of an energy of, she attracts to her what it is that she is trying to achieve or move towards. So a lot of you are coming into that energy of the Empress, and it does require you to be active in a way that you're sending out communication. Some of you will be, and I know this for a fact, with the Libra in my household, sending a lot of communication around applying for universities for next year as a long-term goal, or even just, so that's the kind of like one example. And hopefully I'm getting this across clearly. There's a lot of communication around this movement, and you're trying to nurture your goals yourself along this pathway in the month of September. And I think with, like I said, with the Empress, that her energy attracts to her. You're trying to position yourself in a way, in a very determined way, to be able to receive it's moving to be able to receive information to come to you in order for you to be positioned well for your next steps moving forward, if that makes sense. It will only resonate for some. I'm going to move on from there because we'll clarify with another card, I think, for the Empress and the Eight of Wands. The Hermit, and what have we got? The Page of Swords. Yeah. There's a light. That crow's holding a lantern, and then we've got the star here. Some of you are going to be realizing in the month of September what it is that lights your inner fire. And you're going to be heading towards that. And with the Empress, it's something that it's like you're realizing what path you want to take. But it's towards the ultimate end goal, right? I feel like a lot of you have like a 3-year plan, and you're starting to now kind of see the direction. And a lot of you are starting to listen to that inner light. There's introspection here, there's time out, there's quiet time. So I see a lot of reflection for you in September, a lot of moments, a lot of downtime where you're just reflecting on what is the best, am I taking the right pathway? Am I making the right moves forward? Am I making moves that are going to nurture my soul and my inner light? What's important to me? And by finding this soul purpose, I guess, this soul purpose will always nurture you in the best way. And a lot of you are starting to understand that and maneuver yourselves into a position where that can happen. If you've, like, for example, if you're consistently making choices that are not satisfying your soul, you're going to come across barriers, and you're not going to feel nurtured, and you're not going to feel comfortable with those decisions if they're not feeding your soul. And I think you're realizing that with the Hermit. And that doesn't take you off your path. It's just enlightening your pathway forward for you in September. And I think with the Page of Swords and that communication with the Eight of Wands, it's like now that you're starting to listen to that, feel that soul light, like what nurtures you on the inside, you're having to communicate it, to direct yourself, to place yourself in a good position so that you can head forward. And a lot of you are starting to make those moves. With this Five of Swords and the Five of Cups, yeah, there's some disappointments and regrets around some of the actions that you took in the past, in the recent past, because I feel like you were making choices from a space that wasn't like clear to you, like you weren't clear on the pathway forward in the recent past, and that caused you to act in a way that was to make some decisions in a way that was not aligning with your purpose. So you may have had to be quite ruthless and cut some people out, or be Five of Swords, it's loss, defeat, but victory, but it's an empty one, you know, it's an empty feeling. There's an empty feeling here, Libra, of something that you did or a decision that you made in the recent past that you regret. Because although you felt that that you had made the right choice and that you were kind of victorious in some way, it still kind of plays on in your mind. It's like playing over in your mind. And so I think this has pushed you to realign with what your soul purpose is. And if you follow your soul purpose and what makes you feel good and what's nurturing to you along your pathway, you're not going to have to come across these situations where you need to have a hollow victory, right? This is going to resonate for some. But I'm going to get some more cards to clarify. I want to clarify the Empress and this Eight of Wands. I almost get the feeling like some of you are trying to make right something that you did in the past, recent past, that was below your integrity in a way. Clarifying the Empress and the Eight of Wands is strength. Yeah. So you've built up the strength because you didn't like the way that you didn't like the moves that you made with this situation here with the Five of Swords and the regret from the Five of Cups. So this is kind of propelling you into this realization with the Hermit that you don't have to compromise your beliefs or your integrity in order to reach a goal, or in order to win at all costs. In order to come out, I'm hearing fresh as a daisy, because you didn't come out fresh as a daisy, but it did teach you. Let's get more on the Hermit and the Page of Swords. Judgment, yeah. So like I was saying, with this realization with the Hermit card, you kind of have discovered within yourself that you need a rebirth, and you want to put the past to rest. You want to put that the action that you took from lack of integrity to rest, and you want to start new. But you want to, the new, because Judgment is like Phoenix rising energy, putting the past to rest in order to be reborn. And this Hermit, realizing what satisfies your soul, what aligns with your integrity, you want to move forward with this new sense of, it's almost like you've gained more compassion and understanding from this situation because of the regret. But let's get a card on that Seven of Swords with the Five of Cups. What's this regret in this? Wow, I just had a lot of cards fall on the ground, but I'm just going to take the one that stayed in my hand, and it's the Hierophant. So this regret and this almost like self-sabotage energy is from the Hierophant. So something that you kind of broke the rules in a way. You broke out of conformity. So this conformity could be in the form of breaking the rules of what society expects from you. And it can also be a commitment, because the Hierophant is also like a commitment there, a higher commitment. It can also be breaking the rules with your belief system within an institution. So like education, school, church. You did something that compromised, and you learned from the lesson, and you want to kind of like start again and move forward in a more nurturing way, because it's shone a light on what is important to you with the Hermit, basically. So I'm going to get some oracle messages. I'll pick up these cards first that fell on the ground. So, Goddess Guidance. Libra messages for September. So you're forging ahead with the Chariot in a way that's going to nurture you and your integrity, your values. You got Damara. Guiding children. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. I feel like this is like the inner child as well. Nurturing your inner child and listening to him or her and really getting in touch with what's important to you again. Because you kind of went off track a little bit in the recent past. And I feel like this is... yeah, it will bring healing if you can do some inner child work. But also some of you may be, like the card says, helping, counseling, healing children. So you maybe work with children, or you'll be learning, you be open to learning from children in the month of September, Libra. Because children are really simple and innocent, right? And I feel like you kind of went off track a bit, and you want to kind of connect with your innocence again, if that makes sense for some of you. What else for Libra? You have endings, Kali, endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. And that really is what you're heading towards in September. With this Judgment card, it's the same energy, right? So you have to end the past. You have to release the past in order for this new beginning. It's a heralding of a new beginning for you. And I'm feeling that energy for you. Actually, it's in most of the readings, there's a sense of like this new energy coming through in September. Where we are in Aotearoa, New Zealand, where it's spring, and I keep mentioning this, so it's that spring energy of like new vibe, new energy, but having to do the work to release the past, because regrets of the past actions, you know, they can help in a positive way by moving us forward in the direction that we want to go. But yeah, some of you need to release some baggage, some past energy to move forward. One more card from the Goddess. Kuan Yin, compassion. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. And that's what you're doing. You're moving towards the Empress, which is, you know, complete compassion, empathy, and releasing judgments. Don't take it too hard on yourself, Libra. I feel like some of you have been quite tough on yourselves and judgmental towards your actions. But I feel like, you know, you're trying to balance yourself out, and with this new judgment and endings and beginnings, carry that compassion and yeah, be soft on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Nobody's perfect, right? We all make mistakes and we all have to move forward. And we can do a better job of that when we are kinder to ourselves. Let's get some Oracle Moonology messages for Libra. September. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. The Chariot at the beginning of the reading was very confident. So just pretty much speaks for itself. Be confident in your new direction, in the direction that you are moving towards. Conclusions are within reach, and one more. Work through your fears. Yeah. I mean, you're moving forward. And you're making the right moves for the right reasons now, with the Hermit introspection. And yeah, introspection, quiet time, going within, is going to really help you work through your fears, because there is a bit of shadow work here. There is a little bit of, you know, regret, and but if you spend the time in September to kind of work through those, you're going to be super ready to deal with anything that comes your way in September. I'm also picking up like processing. Some of you have got to process something that you have been avoiding. And so by doing like processing and reflecting on something that you've been kind of avoiding, you're able to come to some conclusions, and they are within reach. So I'm going to leave this reading here for you now, Libra, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again next time. Ka kite anō.